Relax and let this gentle story carry you softly into sleep. Anemone and Yarrow, A Tale of Generosity. This story is about the generosity shown by Anemone, a kind-hearted woman, and her goldfish, Yarrow, as they help a traveler in need, discovering true friendship along the way. Under the shimmering moonlight by a peaceful pond lived a kind woman named Anemone and her goldfish. Anemone was known for her generous heart. She always helped the villagers with her healing herbs and kind words. Yarrow, though small, had scales that sparkled like the most precious gems, and his presence brought joy to Anemone every day. One warm summer evening, a traveler arrived at the village. He was weary and hungry, and he asked for shelter. Anemone welcomed him immediately with a smile, offering him food and a place to stay. The traveler, grateful for her kindness, shared stories of distant lands and fantastical creatures. Anemone listened with wonder, but Yarrow sensed a hint of sadness in the traveler's voice. As the days passed, the traveler grew fond of Anemone and Yarrow. He observed their special bond and the way they brought cheer to one another. One morning, as the sun painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, the traveler revealed that he was searching for a rare, magical flower to cure his ailing mother. Anemone, without hesitation, decided to help him. She knew of a hidden grove where such a flower bloomed, but warned that the path was dangerous. Yarrow, seeing the eagerness in Anemone's eyes, swam up and down his boat, trying to express his willingness to join the journey. Anemone wrapped Yarrow in a damp cloth, placed him gently in a water-filled jar, and prepared for the journey. The trio set off at dawn, with the forest round them whispering ancient secrets and the path filled with twinkling fireflies. Yarrow's jar hung from Anemone's shoulder, and his glistening scales lit the way as they ventured deeper into the woods. The traveler marveled at the dedication Anemone and Yarrow showed to help someone they barely knew. At the edge of the hidden grove, they faced their greatest challenge. It a deep chasm that seemed impossible to cross. Anemone looked at Yarrow, and with a nod, he began to blow gentle bubbles that formed a floating bridge of shimmering droplets. The traveler and Anemone crossed the bridge with care, amazed at Yarrow's gift. In the heart of the grove, they found the magical flower. As the traveler carefully plucked it, he promised to return and repay Anemone's kindness. Days turned into weeks, and the village thrived with Anemone and Yarrow's story echoing in everyone's heart. One day, the traveler returned, bearing not just gratitude, but a beautiful golden ornament as a token of appreciation. Anemone graciously accepted it, but valued the friendship and the lesson in generosity far more. Yarrow gleamed, knowing they had made a difference. From that day on, the village of Anemone and Yarrow became a symbol of kindness and generosity, inspiring all who heard their tale. Let's continue our peaceful journey with another tale. Anemone and Magnolia, A Whimsical Delight. This story is about a curious child named Anemone, who meets the winter spirit, Magnolia, and learns the wondrous lessons of winter. In a forgotten village nestled deep within an ancient forest, little Anemone's heart brimmed with curiosity. She yearned to learn about the legends of winter spirit who roamed the woods. One evening, the first snowflakes of winter fell, blanketing the world in glistening light. Anemone tiptoed out of her cottage, her breath turning to frost midair. The world seemed enchanted in the moon's soft glow, every tree a silhouette bathed in silver. As she followed the silvery path, her tiny footprints left softly on the snow. Suddenly, a gentle luminance flickered among the trees. Drawn by an unspoken force, Anemone approached and beheld a figure of unearthly beauty. It was the winter spirit named Magnolia, perform a dance of delicate frost and shimmering light. but Magnolia's eyes sparkled like the stars, and her voice was a gentle whisper through the night. "Hello, little one," she greeted kindly. "What brings you here?" Anemone's tiny voice trembled with a mixture of awe and delight. "I've come to see you, the winter spirit," she said, peering up with wide eyes. Magnolia knelt down, her presence warm despite the icy brilliance. "And so you have," she replied. "What would you like to know, dear child?" Young Anemone pondered before asking, "Why do you grace us with snow and cold?" Magnolia smiled, a gleam in her icy blue eyes. "I bring the winter to teach the world the beauty of rest and renewal. Just as the earth slumbers beneath the snow, so too do we find strength in quiet moments." Anemone nodded, a sense of understanding blossoming in her heart. Magnolia extended her hand, offering a small snowflake that glowed with a faint light. "Keep this," she said, "and remember the magic of winter's delight." As the anemone clasped the snowflake, she felt an inexplicable warmth spread through her. Magnolia rose gracefully, dancing with the evening winds, becoming one with the night. Anemone watched until the luminous figure was no more. As she returned to her cottage, heart swelling with joy and a new appreciation for the winter's serene beauty. From that night on, every snowfall reminded Anemone of the enchanting magnolia and the quiet, profound delight of winter's embrace. The next story is here to soothe your heart. The Journey of William and Susan. This story is about William and his dog Susan, who transformed an abandoned land into a flourishing garden, discovering personal growth and deeper purpose along the way. In a quaint village nestled among the whispering trees, there lived a kind man named William and his dog, Susan. William was a gentle giant, with eyes that sparkled like the morning dew and a heart as warm as a summer day. Susan, his loyal companion, was a lively Boston Terrier with a coat as black as coal and a spirit that mirrored the moon on a clear night. Their home was a little cottage with a garden that overflowed with wildflowers, which attracted a myriad of butterflies. Every morning, William would rise with the sun, stretching his long limbs towards the radiance streaming through his window. He would gently pat Susan on the head, and the two of them would embark on their morning stroll. They followed a winding path through the village, greeting neighbors with cheerful hellos and stopping every so often to chat with friends. Susan, with her perky ears and curious nose, discovered all sorts of hidden treasures along the way. One day, as they roamed further than usual, they stumbled upon an abandoned patch of land at the edge of the forest. The ground was parched, and the air seemed heavy with neglect. Yet, in William's mind, he saw potential. "Hasten, let's breathe life back into this place," he said with determination in his voice. With boundless energy, they began their work. They cleared the debris, tilled the soil, and planted seeds of hope. These turned into weeds, and their little patch of land began to transform. Buds sprouted from the earth, and soon the barren ground was blanketed with greenery. The butterflies returned, and birds chirped in melodious delight. William and Susan watched over their garden with pride, witnessing the beauty that their hard work had nurtured. In the midst of their labor, William realized something profound. He had always seen himself as a simple man, content with his life as it was. But for the act of caring for the land, he discovered a deeper sense of purpose. He saw growth in himself, an awakening to the wonders of nurturing something beyond his own existence. Susan, ever the observant companion, seemed to sense this change. Her loyalty and love for William grew even stronger if that was possible. They were no longer just man and dog. They were partners in creation, architects of beauty in a world that often forgot its own potential for wonder. As the seasons changed, their garden flourished. It became a haven for creatures far and wide, a testament to the magic that happens when love and determination come together. Every evening, under the twilight sky, Liam and Susan would sit by their garden, reflecting on their journey. They would share a moment of silence, filled with the sounds of nature's orchestra and acknowledgement of the growth within the land and within themselves. And so, their story became a cherished bedtime tale, passed down through generations, a beautiful reminder of the power of perseverance, love, and the incredible journey of growth. Let's journey gently to the next story. Vinta and Snowdrop, A Journey to Understanding. This story is about Vinta, a kind-hearted girl, and Snowdrop, a panda cub, who journey together to understand and fulfill each other's needs, ultimately through the true essence of friendship. Once upon a time, in a serene and lush valley dotted with wild flowers of every color imaginable, there lived a young girl named Vinta. She had deep blue eyes that sparkled like the morning dew, and a heart as kind as the whispering winds. One day, while wandering through the woods, Vinta heard a soft whimper coming from a grove of bamboo. As she gently parted the tall green stalks, she found a panda cub, its fur as white as winter snow, with patches as dark as midnight. "Hello there," Vinta whispered, her voice soothing Cal. The panda looked up with large, watery eyes and whimpered again. Vinta decided to name the panda Snowdrop. With patient care and love, Vinta helped Snowdrop heal. Each day, as the sun painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, they played together, rolling in the grass and exploring the world around them. One evening, Vinta noticed something peculiar. The Snowdrop would often stare at the horizon, where the sun dipped behind the mountains. "What do you see, Snowdrop?" Vinta asked softly, sitting beside her friend. The Snowdrop made a gentle sound and pointed with its paw to the distance. Vinta understood that Snowdrop missed something or someone. Determined to help, Vinta decided to embark on a journey with Snowdrop to uncover what the panda longed for. They traversed forests, crossed rivers, and climbed hills, all the while growing even closer. Along their journey, they met various creatures, each teaching them valuable lessons about kindness, patience, and understanding. And one day, they arrived at a glistening lake, where the water mirrored the sky. Snowdrop rushed to the hedge, staring intently at the reflection. Vinta watched in awe as another panda appeared from behind the trees. It was Snowdrop's mother, her fur as radiant as Snowdrop's and eyes filled with relief and joy. The reunion was heartwarming. Snowdrop and its mother embraced, sharing soft, affectionate sounds. Vinta felt a deep sense of fulfillment as she realized the importance of understanding and empathy. She knew that true friendship wasn't just about being together. It was about understanding each other's needs and helping one another achieve them. From that day on, Snowdrop often visited Vinta, bringing along its mother. In the same serene valley, their bonds grew stronger, creating a tale of understanding, love, and enduring friendship that would be told for generations. Rest well, and may your heart feel light.